What's up, guys? It's Carson James from the Wild Card Podcast.
This is Kieran Pruitt, and today we have a special guest.
Yes, sir.
My name is Elijah Kilgore. I go by Young Dalliance, or Young D for short.
Let's go. All right, Riley. Roll the intro music.
The Wild Card Podcast.
We've got our first guest, so super excited. I don't know. How are you feeling about it, Kieran?
I'm really excited. I've known Elijah for a while now, several years now. Really good dude, so I'm excited to have him on.
All right, man. Well, yeah, talk about your stuff, dude. What you up to?
Absolutely. Man, I thought you were going to go in with something else. You caught me off
Good,
guard.
dude.
But no, first I want to say I appreciate you guys having me on here.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
dude, for
excited
sure.
to have
We're
you.
super excited.
Seems like you guys got like a lot going on right now. I see a lot of growth. I was on Instagram and I was like, these guys are about to blow. Like, they're
Thanks,
about
bro.
to do
Thank you,
something,
yeah.
man. So I'm excited to be on here. A little bit about me. I'm actually born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada.
For sure.
I came out here about 5 years or so, maybe 6 years, I think. Spent a year in Portland and then came to Salem. Been in Salem for about 5 years now.
Okay. Did you go to high school down here?
I went to a couple of high schools, man.
Okay.
I went to high school in Clackamas. I went to one in Clackamas for a year. I came down and I actually, do you know where like Western Mennonite is?
Western Mennonite.
Like-
I don't think so.
It's way out west Salem, out Wallace Road.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
It's like far, man.
Okay.
far.
It's like out there.
So yeah, I attended there for a year, and then senior year I actually dropped out, and I continued through Chemeketa, and I just finished my diploma through there. I was
Okay,
able to get
sweet.
a diploma. go
Congrats,
through
man. That's
there.
good.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, after that, I really wanted to pursue music,
Okay.
and so I came through, and I just got connected with some artists out here, and was able to build a little bit. So right now, I'm working on some singles. Haven't really put a lot of effort into an album right now, but I'm just trying to bring out like song by song, kind of get a buzz going a little bit,
Right.
see what I can connect with people on. So
For
yeah,
sure.
this has really helped with that.
How'd you start music? When did you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask
you.
too.
Oh man, you guys are going in for this one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a little bit of a funny story. I was going to, well, I wasn't going to, but there was a summer camp going on. It was I believe it's Worldview Academy. Don't like judge me on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it's Worldview Academy. It was over at Corbin, and it was during the summer for about like 7-8 days, something like that.
Okay, cool.
And there was a group of people, and they were just going off, and everyone was clapping, and everyone was yelling and hyping them up. And I walked up to it, and they're all like battle rapping.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, ah, man.
This was at Corbin?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
like Corbin,
what?
man.
That's funny.
Yeah. So it was a camp, though, so it's a bunch of kids, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? High school kids, early college kids. But they're all out here rapping, and I'm like, ah, man. So I walk up, and they're like, all right, man, you got to spit some fire, man. Freestyle right now off the top. I'm like, like off the top, like right now. I got an appointment. They're like, you're at camp, bro. You ain't got no appointment. so I'm like, all right, bathroom break. I threw the card down, man. I head to the bathroom. I came back, like, I want to say like 2 hours later, something like that. And I was like, you remember that freestyle earlier? I got it, man. Ready. It's going to be off the top right now. Anyway, I spit a verse. I'm pretty sure they knew it wasn't. I was clowning on them. But I spit a verse there, and it actually went pretty well. Like,
That's
I got
good.
a
That's
good
dope.
reaction. Yeah. And so from that point, I was like, I like the attention. I like the connection. Like, if you can tell a story
Mhm.
and people can engage with it, or some outlet like this, especially like this,
Mhm.
then I don't know. It's something that you can use as your own outlet. So,
Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah.
Sweet, dude. So like how much music like have you put out, and like if you have, like where can people find it?
Yeah, so originally I put out a song, Miscellaneous Thoughts, out on SoundCloud. And this was like 3 years ago, something like that?
Oh, wow,
That was a while
okay.
ago.
Yeah, so it was a little while ago. Put out one song out there. Long story short, it took me a second. Had a lot of stuff going on in life. And I started as Elijah Kilgore. I was just releasing music like that. I did like 2 EPs, like 6 singles. I think it was like 13, 19 songs altogether.
Oh wow, sweet. That's
Yeah.
cool, dude. That's a lot actually to start out with. That's pretty cool.
Which I appreciate it, man. It took a lot of work and it took a lot of time, I guess.
Yeah.
Like randomly, because
gotta
life
figure it
happens.
out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've recorded a few songs, so for you to
Absolutely. So
be
you
able to-
get,
yeah,
you
yeah.
get dead on. But then I had a thing where the quality, like, as you know, as things go on, quality should get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right.
And I would notice it, which is a good thing. Like when you notice it.
Yeah, your
slowly.
growth for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, I went on and I changed my name. I changed it to Young Dalliance, actually.
So that's a really cool name because I haven't heard something like that. Like what?
Okay.
So like what is Dalliance?
Oh man.
I might just be stupid,
I
or
literally
I don't
was just
know.
asking about this the other day.
That's something I've been wanting to ask. Is like so like what is Young Dalliance? Like how did you come up with that? Like how did that come about? Like
Absolutely, man. I actually appreciate that question because sometimes, like, I'm not trying to get on a rant.
Yeah,
man, I'm
no, you're
not
good.
gonna name drop. I'm not gonna name drop either, man. I was about to like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But one of the biggest things we have now is people are so ready to get on board with something without knowing what it is.
right.
So like sometimes we don't ask what it is. We're just like, oh yeah, let's go do this. Let's go do that. Oh yeah, I'm with this. What does it mean? Like no one knows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate it when people actually want to know what it means.
What your name is? Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's something
absolutely.
important for sure.
Yeah.
You put thought into it. People should want to know what the thought goes into it. What does it mean? Like I'm sure it's important to you. So like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
share it.
yeah.
It shouldn't just be
Absolutely.
your name.
Well, man, I have a problem ranting, so I'll try to like
No,
I'll
dude,
try to
you're
keep
good.
it in. I'll try to keep it in. But originally I was going through like the most beautiful words in the English language, right?
Okay.
I was going through a chart and I was looking at them. I was like, I need something hip with the youth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then something that's like, you know, rap like.
Right.
So I went through and I saw the word dalliance. I was like, I've never seen this before. But the meaning is something that's like brief, something like temporary. You could have had like a dalliance with a girl. You could have a
Wow,
dalliance
that's
somewhere.
really cool.
So it's something like brief, romantic, provocative, but it's temporary.
Right.
It was something for me, like eventually when it starts getting bigger and bigger,
Mhm.
it's temporary.
Yeah.
It's all temporary. So when it's over, you know, that was the intention the entire time. It was making the biggest impact and legacy you can while you can. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's kind of what it means. What it means
That's
to me
super
is,
cool. That's really cool. Because like I don't know, like Post Malone, no shots at Post Malone because I love his music. But,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
online
yeah.
generator, all this kind of stuff.
And he
like,
switched it up. Yeah.
Like, and it's cool that people use their name and stuff like that. But like for you to like take the time and be like, what like I like my name, like Elijah is who I am. But like if I'm like rapping or doing my music thing, like what do I want people to think about? Like,
Absolutely.
That's a really cool
Absolutely.
meaning behind all that.
And I was working a little bit too. Like I got in a little bit in the professional field right after I was doing some like restaurant management type stuff. Nothing huge. But there was a little bit of a contradiction between like what I would do music wise
Right.
and then what I would do as far as like rap wise. Like if I did a venue and I performed as Elijah Kilgore, it was like I couldn't have like coworkers coming in to see it. So I had to change it a little bit just
Okay.
to make it a little bit more open. But yeah, that's where that came from.
That's really
That's
cool.
really cool.
I haven't
Alright.
heard. Yeah, I haven't
You
heard
guys are in sync right
stuff
there.
like that. Yeah. Well, I think let's go ahead and start with our
First card.
our cards then.
Man,
I'll
we
draw
got the wild
a top
cards.
card.
All right.
You got it, bro. Send
Let's
it.
see, man. These are from Vegas too, right? Did you guys get these out in Vegas or?
Nah.
Shout out the Dollar Tree, bro.
There you go, man. There you go. All right. Modern rap. Wow, we have a very deep topic really fast.
Yep.
All right.
Elijah D.
Elijah D, man. I feel
For
like he's ripping me
Elijah-
off. But
Yeah.
Elijah D, man. He makes Young D and Elijah.
All right, so
together right
Elijah
there.
D, Elijah Dvorsny. Thanks for the good topic. It fits well with this podcast.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, man. So modern rap, it depends. It's like a big spectrum. But typical things, like what would you like want to know? I feel like you guys could clarify a little bit, like going in.
Yeah. So like for me, I don't know. Like when I hear modern rap, like someone say modern rap, I think like the whole mumble rap thing.
Like, okay. All right.
And I'm like I'm a musician, so I'm kind of opinionated when it comes to music. So like to me, it's super hit or miss with rappers, modern rappers
I can
nowadays.
see that. Yeah.
It's because it's like either they're really talented or they have the voice, but they don't write, they don't produce. They're just the persona, which is cool. But that's also like, then at that point you're kind of just a social media influencer or just an influencer, like a clown. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
6ix9ine was kind of just like a clown, bro. Like he was a
Man.
troll for sure. You know?
He could have been, man. He did a lot of stuff. I would say, this is a weird thought though. It just came through my head. You were saying that a lot of the modern rappers are hit and miss. What if we only remember all the old rappers because the only ones who made it big and actually had influence are the ones who are remembered,
Right.
and so we didn't get to see the clown acts from back then.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's only the good ones who
You don't
were
remember it
remembered.
because
Right.
they weren't
'Cause
good
they
enough.
didn't
They didn't make an
do
impact.
anything.
Right.
Yeah, it was a
So like
weird thought.
that's my thing nowadays. It's like back then, I'm sure too. Like it's hit or miss. It's like that rapper is gonna hit the ball out of the park, or he's just gonna
Strike out.
he's gonna strike out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
So, like-
baseball reference.
like I don't know. Like Billie Eilish is super talented. She's not a rapper. But
Very versatile.
I can respect her because she has her own style that
Mm-hmm.
she brought to, like, I don't know, the table of musicianship, whatever you want to call it. Her style is super different. It's darker. It's all her. It's not her managers or her
not
family.
watered down at
yeah,
all.
Yeah, and then you get, I don't know, like Lil Xan. I can't, dude. I can't.
All right, man. So this is where I can. All right, I can jump on the train. So how I feel is there. What is it, like Alice in Wonderland or something? I'm gonna like just put quotation marks on the whole sentence I'm about to say because I don't know
Okay.
exactly where it came from.
For
But
sure.
it's like if you don't know where you want to end up, it doesn't matter what path you take.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like that's the same with your art as well. Like if you don't have a purpose for it, like because a lot of people use it as an outlet. I don't
Right.
hate on any music because like that could just be their outlet and they just decided to share it
That's a
and it
good
got
point.
big,
Right.
so it got big. Like it's not their fault for like what they do to like
I
get
never
rid of
thought about that.
stress.
That's really interesting.
Just made me look like a jerk.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not
No,
at all.
I'm just playing, bro.
Everyone's out there, like everyone's got opinions, but it's just interesting to look at because some of this like I'm thinking of like right now, just so we're in the same like,
Right.
bubble. But like at first, it's very easy to be like not keen on mumble rap, but I will
Right.
tell you like if sometimes like a song just hits, like if you're
Yeah.
sad
No, serious.
and you
yeah.
don't want to sing along and you just want to be like da, 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 right?
Yeah.
And you just want to be out there like whatever in your feels, then that works and it's their outlet and you can appreciate that.
For sure.
Me personally, I know that there's a big disconnect between older and younger generations
Yep.
with the lyrics. They want to hear what you're saying. They
Yeah.
like the
Right.
simplicity. So I knew that if I was going to make a bigger impact or like a big impact,
Right.
it had to be something that young and old can understand.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to put your music in a bubble, but like I like your music. Like, I was listening to your music at our buddy John's house, our youth pastor John's house, and I was like listening to your stuff, and I was like this is pretty good. Like your cover art is like pretty professional. Like it looks
That's,
good. So like, and I was listening to it, and like you've got like your voice like fits the music that you go with. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that,
Like
man.
your voice is like people try
It's
and rap.
unique.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they rap and like it's good, but they just sound like a lot of other people. Like you've got a very distinct like just voice that you hear it and you're like, wow, okay, like that sounds good. So like I guess what I'm trying to I wouldn't classify you as like a mumble rapper
Yeah.
because your lyrics are very in depth. Like you know what you're rapping about, like, and you're talking. I can understand everything you're saying. Like even if it's fast or slow, like I listen to all music, and maybe older generations aren't able to.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. I guess it was just a long version of me saying I like your music.
No,
but-
definitely. No, I was tracking the whole time, but yeah.
But yeah,
So
I
with
went
the-
off on a rant.
No, you're all good, man. This is all about the rants, right? It's all
Yeah,
about the
that's
rants,
true.
man. With that as well, I don't consider myself a mumble rapper. I consider myself just an artist.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to be able to like whatever my thought process was going in, whether I'm sad, whether I'm upset, whether I'm writing a love song, whether I'm just I'm just crying at home or something like that.
Right.
That
In your
doesn't
feels.
happen, man. Yeah, I'm in my feels, man. I want you to know the emotion that I was feeling when that went in. Maybe one day, if the only way I can get the emotion off my chest is to not actually say words and just
If
And
that's
that's
how
how
you,
it's-
if that's
Yeah.
your outlet and that's your
If-
That's how
expression,
you feel.
if that's
So
what it
you're gonna
is,
put out.
then that might be a song I put out. I try to be a little, so they kind of fluctuate across the board, but you
Right.
can tell that it was me.
yeah.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So I'm taking it as it goes, but I like to move around with the vibes, kind of more of an
Explore
open
your
field.
craft a little more.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
That makes
That's
sense.
cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't really talk about modern rap. I guess we talked about your music. But
Well, I think we kind of talked about
yeah,
how
I
like
guess we did touch
It,
bases.
it kind of
yeah.
connects in, but we can wrap around too as well. My view, or I guess in a nutshell, on modern rap is it's kind of like with everything else. There's trends that come in, but then there's monumental things that appear as trends so far, and then it takes over. But
Yeah.
this will put us on another rant as well because like a couple years ago, like what was it? Musically was huge,
yeah,
and then now
Yeah.
TikTok's here,
yeah,
and everyone who's big is getting on there now too
Right.
because
Right.
it's something that's coming in as modern, and you think it's a trend.
mm-hmm.
But the attention span's getting lower and lower. So with modern rap, it does have a way of getting attention span. I enjoy some of it. I enjoy how thought out some of the classics were. But if you can go in the booth and just say something off the top of your head and make a platinum record off there,
More power to you, I guess.
That's a good
more
point.
more
That's a
power
good
to
point.
you right there. I mean, a lot of marketing, but no, I do mess with a lot of modern rap.
Who are some of your favorites?
For moderns,
Moderns. Yeah.
Like rap, mumble
Ooh.
rap or not, like just modern
All right,
rappers.
man. Like no judgment here. All right. So I feel like there's a lot of artists who have like a song that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Um,
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, but as far as like, I'll just say rappers in general because you don't really know where to classify them anymore.
Right.
Because someone could say someone like J. Cole is old now,
Yeah, maybe.
but
Yeah.
but like kind of borderline.
Yeah.
But you don't really know. So I would say going through obviously like J. Cole would be one of them.
He's for sure one of mine too.
Yeah.
I'm
he's
a big J. Cole fan.
Me too.
he
I love
just
J. Cole.
really breaks it down. Like
He does.
tells stories and you can rock with it. And he used to be a little different back in the day. I feel like he went really mainstream and then he
Yeah.
came back and he kind of was just like
yeah.
super chill. But other ones is like I know this is crazy, but I appreciate Lil Baby's style.
Really?
Like he
That makes sense. I see what you're. I kind of see what you're going with that.
sometimes I appreciate more of their persona and how they hold themselves and like who they let sponsor them, who they don't, what they believe in. He actually was if I'm not mistaken, Lil Baby was actually in the streets
Right.
and another rapper came and paid him whatever he was making per day
Mm-hmm.
to get off the streets and make music, and then he started doing that and it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate his grind. Like whenever I open up an artist page on Spotify, I always read their bios and all that. But like when you see consistent like 4 albums this year, 3 albums this year,
Yeah.
3 albums
They're
this year,
grinding.
their grind is like, hey, you deserve whatever you got because you were
they're
grinding
putting
for
the
it.
work
The
in
one
there.
the one thing I will say about that though is if you're dropping that much music at a time, that's kind of like quality over quantity though.
Uh-huh,
So how
Yeah,
much?
absolutely.
I was gonna say. So how much of it is really like? I guess we can't really say good or bad, but how much of it? I
Like,
don't
congrats to
know.
you for dropping that music and that much
Right.
music, but
You know what?
is-
Send it. But in all honesty,
Yeah.
is it not
Yeah.
good or is it good?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know, like I've written songs and trash, dude. Like I've written like for my band like songs that just don't work, and then I've written songs where half of the song works and half of it doesn't. So I've got to figure out. But so I've got to figure out. Well, how am I going to be able to finish this song, or I need to know like, okay, this song doesn't work. I need to not make it or not talk to the band about it because it's not worth it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like quality over quantity is kind of, yeah, I like what you're talking about.
absolutely no, and I get what you're saying too, because I probably like have a couple of EPs worth of songs that I'll probably never release. But with those guys who do put it out, think about this too. All the music that they send in to put on an album has to go through a label. They
Yeah,
probably scrap double that
that's
just
true.
to get those out. So for those were 2 guys that I've been really listening to right now.
I love DaBaby, dude. I don't know
Man,
the way he carries himself. He's a
Persona.
clown. He's good, and he doesn't seem like he's a bad dude. Like you can tell he'll stick up for like the people or his fans, like what he believes in. Like he's just a goof, dude. He's a funny guy. Like what was his new music video with the Jabberwockies? Dude, I love that.
they're
music
outside,
video.
right? They're outside.
Yeah,
Everyone's all
that
dancing.
music video
yeah.
is so hard. That music video is so good.
But I
The
think
Jabberwockies. Who brings back the freaking Jabberwockies, bro? I haven't even heard of them since like elementary school,
Man.
and he just made them cool again.
there you go, man. I think they used to perform a lot in Vegas. Actually, like there would be
Yeah,
like little
those
Harvest
streets and
Fest
stuff.
parties or whatever, and they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, especially with him too, the personas. That's what I was saying earlier about it. Is like sometimes their persona is like you got to be like a full package deal these days. Like it
Right.
seems like with the modern rappers, they come in and they bring in act and music.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
true.
like if you mess with the act, then you mess with the music. Like there's all these influencers out here. So I don't know. Are they modern rappers too? That's a question
Yeah.
too. If someone wants to
Yeah.
comment about that, are
Yeah.
influencers who drop a song, are they like modern
Influencers
rappers?
or are they modern rappers? That's a
yeah,
good
because
point.
they don't want to be
Because
classified as anything.
I feel like 6ix9ine was kind of both in a way, because he was just such a clown on social
Yeah,
media.
yeah.
Like the singing video he did with Trey.
I
Trey
didn't see that,
Songz,
but no.
he was
that's
like, I've been in the booth with Trey. He's been teaching me how to sing, and then he sings, and it's just garbage, and he knows it. He's just clowning. Like, that's what I loved
Man.
about 6ix9ine, because you could hop on his Instagram and either hear his music, knowing it's either going to be good or bad, but know that all the videos he's got on there are going to make you laugh because he's a funny guy.
man. So the thing is, there's such a political side to all this because it's like either you rock with people
Yeah,
for who they are, or you rock with them for their music.
for their music.
When 6ix9ine first came out the gate, some of it was like, okay, this got my attention. Like this is attention grabbing. Like he had some 1-minute songs that just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you start digging into their life a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
and then what happens in court, man.
Yeah.
You can't really support.
You can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really hard to like.
Yeah.
That's another question too. Do you guys feel like you guys should base an artist based off of what they do in their life or what their music is?
I say that I do, because like, oh man, like, I don't want to go on a rant about Harry Styles, so I'm gonna think of somebody else.
No,
Like
go
John,
for it.
John Mayer. John Mayer.
Okay.
Like he is like even probably above Harry Styles, my all-time favorite artist. 100%. And not only is he an artist, like he is a guitar player, he's a singer, he's a musician, he is a social media presence, he's an idol for tons of American, and not even American, just like people around the world, like just an idol to a lot of people. And like he kind of came once he was famous. He was young, so he went through a lot of girls and a lot of stupid stuff, and then he knew like what he was doing and collected himself and was able to go, like I messed up and the things I did were wrong, but like I was able to understand that, come back from that, keep going with my music, and like make things right. And it's not, and like that's one thing that I admire, because a lot of people just want to be, they make those bad decisions and just want to be like, oh, I didn't do that. Like they just want to.
When you acknowledge, you see the
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah, so he was like, like I did mess up, but like I kept writing music, like I tried to do as much as I could to make things right, and then like here I am now, like multi-Grammy nominated, multi-Grammy winning awards, like just all this kind of stuff. Like he got the Grammy his second year he was an artist for best record for Gravity.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's good,
So like he's got some talent there, and I feel like a good person is gonna admit their faults and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So like that's like I kind of went on a rant, but that's kind of how I view is like it's so, like if someone messes up, like how do they take that? Because if they mess up, then it's gonna upset their fans, and if they're upsetting their fans, then what are they gonna do about it? Is it about their fans? Is it about their music? Like what are they about?
Well, if you think about it too, just taglining on that as well. It's not if they mess up; it's kind of like when they mess up.
That's true.
The humans in the
Humans,
spotlight.
Yep.
Yeah.
People are people.
Everyone's gonna do it, so it is truly like what you're saying, a matter of how they address it afterwards. And if we had as many cameras on us as they did,
People would catch all our mess ups too.
there we would have probably some more interesting stuff as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Especially growing up in it. So yeah.
All right.
I
We
think-
need to take a break. So we'll catch you guys back on the other side of this break.
Yep. Go ahead. We're gonna play some of Riley's music and some of Elijah's music, and we're gonna get started. So.
There we go. See you guys later.
So I put my faith in stars. See, I'm grabbing for a double cup, or pour it up or sip it up. I'm thinking that'll get my fix. I think I had enough of this. I'm feeling like a loss. So yeah, I'm sitting pretty, but I'll paint you like Picasso. Running through your field of dreams and dancing with my eyes closed. Sunday mornings I be crying, some things only God knows. Dancing like you bought a lot, cold world. You should know my baby better bundle up. Warm thoughts ain't enough. You got your heart, will chasing love, destruction to my death.
What's up, guys? We're back.
Yup.
I hope you enjoyed that music. We threw in some short clips. So we ready to play your next card?
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll. with the next card.
Absolutely. We got a little drum roll going on in my head. We're about to pull this one out. Views on
College.
Spade. Oh, college. College.
Views on
It's hard to
Views
read
on
on these
college.
cards
From Ian Koenig.
with
Shout out Ian.
the things on them.
Yeah, these are real cards, so there you go. Bonus points for that. So views on college. Man, this is kind of like fiery territory, but my specific belief in a nutshell is that college can be great, or it could take away a lot of time of your life that you didn't need to spend.
100% agree with you.
Absolutely. So,
Not just time, but money.
oh man,
Yeah.
wow, we should just make a commercial out of this.
Yeah, straight up.
Everyone sue the colleges. My view is that if you know dead on what you're gonna do, dead on why you're gonna do it, what your plan is for it, how you're gonna pay it back. You don't need to know all these things, but like if you know your career needs it, more power to you. go
Right.
to college.
Right.
If you're like, well, I'm going to chase butterflies, and then I'm going to go to the mall, and then I might go to college, and then I might go home. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense because then you're just paying for it, and you don't even know if your career will be able to pay it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It should be like a business investment. So I am actually a pretty big believer in, like, trade schools.
100%.
I interned at a studio downtown, actually Valor Studios.
I recorded my songs there.
Absolutely,
Yep.
yeah. So I interned on there to be a studio engineer for a little bit, and that was awesome. It's just a matter of you find something that will teach you the skills you
That's
need.
a long class too.
Absolutely, the amount of time. But you find something that you want to do and find a way to get there. There's usually always another way. Like if there's a will, there's a way. So if you are in school right now and you know what you're doing, go for it. Like all power to you. If you don't need it, I don't know why you're going through school again.
agree.
I agree. But
I think
I'm a little hypocritical here because I have no idea what I want to do.
Okay.
I don't know what I want to do as a career.
Same.
I'm kind of stuck in the middle, but I do know that I want to go to college. I don't really know what I want to study yet, but so my goal right now is like I want to play college basketball, and so I'm trying to find opportunities where I can go to school and get an education, and not just an education that I won't use, but an education that I'll use, but I want to use basketball to pay for it. So I'm kind of in the middle. Like I'm hypocritical because that's what I tell everyone is, if you don't know what you want to do, go to trade school. Because we need welders, we need electricians,
But
we
you
need
know you
plumbers.
want to play basketball in college, so that's a little
Exactly.
different.
Yeah.
That's kind of that gray area of I know I want to play college sports. The only thing is I don't know what I want to study while I'm doing that. So I
Yeah.
feel like
Absolutely.
that's a little different. Whether it wastes money or not, it in a way doesn't because your dream is to play college basketball, and if that's what you get out of it, then that's what you win. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's what you wanted.
I
And if
guess.
you get that and a career and a job that lasts you until you retire, then yeah, you can't lose.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to be like, well, the way you're saying it is you know what you want to do. You want to play basketball. In order to play basketball, I'm assuming that you have to keep your grades up and you have to be
Yep.
enrolled in X amount of classes to
Yep.
play for the school.
Uh-huh.
So you have to be in. So, no, you know what you want to do. It's just how you're going to do it now.
Yeah,
So,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
And for me, like I'm a big believer in if you don't know what to do, like a way to figure it out, like community college, like Chemeketa where we're at, like one credit is basically like getting like one class is like like $20, $150 or something like that. Like it's very inexpensive compared to going to U of O for a credit and paying that much money. So like so it might not be affordable to everybody, but I'm just saying it affordable compared to a full-blown university.
absolutely.
Like Chemeketa and being like, I kind of am interested in being a mechanic. And you go take a mechanic class at Chemeketa and you pay $150 and then you study there for 4 months. Like $150 is not a lot of money for
If you find
4
out you
months
hate
of
it
knowledge.
and you never want to do it again, then that's not that big of a...
That's not that much of an L compared
Yeah.
to $50,000 of studying like like mechanical engineering at like the University of Oregon or something like that.
We could put this in perspective. I don't know how much. I'm not going to ask you guys specifically, but I got some friends who spent a lot more than that on some skins for Fortnite. So
That's
all I'm
probably
gonna say.
true.
Yeah.
My brother probably could have sent himself to U of O with all the money he's wasted on Fortnite. Oh my gosh.
anyway.
All right. The first segment was really good. It was really long, so we're going to try and buzz through these next ones. So you want to pull the next card?
Absolutely. Let's go through full send, man. Full send. All right. Ah, man. Anti-vaccines.
This is from
This is
our
from Joaquin.
Joaquin, our
All right.
sound producer.
All right.
We
Now-
love
now my-
Joaquin. We
My
love
question
Joaquin.
is, yes, the man behind all of this going on. He's
Yes.
got the madness going on back here. No, I'll have to ask him in a second if he, in fact, is anti-vaccine.
He's shaking his
But-
head no.
Oh,
He's shaking his
no.
head. No,
Okay,
he's,
good.
he's
Oh,
looking
man.
at us like
He's going to shut this down right now. So, really quickly, my view is when I was like 3, I want to say, I got some sort of vaccine somewhere in my leg. I guess they missed a spot, and my knee turned into like a golf ball size.
Whoa.
And they're like, "Yeah, we just missed the spot." And my mom flipped out and did a bunch of research. And not to be too woke, but there is a lot of questionable materials. Sorry, my allergies are bothering me.
Oh, you're good.
There's
Maybe
a lot
you
of
should get a vaccine.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, maybe you should get an allergy shot, bro.
Oh man, I need to get one of those. But one of the craziest things is there's just questionable materials they put on them sometimes. Like
Yeah.
you'll find traces of mercury and different things like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same way. Like the same way it is. Like if we drink soda, there's like stuff in there that's obviously not good for you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And in that sense, it's kind of interesting. I don't know for sure, but like sometimes there is like population control things, and sometimes,
Chemtrails, baby.
yeah, but sometimes sometimes there isn't. It's just something that I've never had any chronic illnesses.
Mhm.
Like, of course, like I go to the doctor if I need anything,
Right.
but she stopped after that. And then if you start like looking at cases and stuff, it's a little confusing, like what they put in,
Right.
and then you look at how long we're living now
Yeah.
versus how long we were. So I would say if you're like same thing with college, man. If you're susceptible to things, go ahead. If that is your better shot, go for it. If your parents think that's your better shot, go for it. But
This guy's
if you
smart.
start getting woke and you start thinking about like different things, then do what makes you comfortable because your subconscious as well
Mhm.
can change. Like if you're like, oh, I didn't get vaccinated, so I'm gonna get sick.
Yeah.
Sometimes that'll mentally
It'll make you
put-
sick.
That
Yeah,
will
no, straight
mentally
up.
make you sick.
Okay,
Or like,
so what do you think about like schools requiring kids to get vaccines?
I think it makes sense, not to steal the spotlight, but like they make them get like not flu shots, but these like polio and all these other type of things because like when you are around a lot of people like that, especially kids, like some of the dirtiest human beings on the face of the planet,
For sure.
literally just around little kids all day, like
Or
I'm
gross.
I'm sure like some of them like really do save these kids that might be susceptible. So that's why they but request everyone to do it in order to be enrolled in the school because they want to make sure everyone's safe. But I also do feel like kind of see what you're saying. Like sometimes those things like aren't gonna react well with people. So like the unfortunate event that happened with you and your knee, that might be someone, and I don't know. I'm just kind of pulling this out. Like,
go
but
for
it,
it.
like it could be. What if it like some kid ended up getting a heart problem because he got a polio shot or something? Like I have no idea, so I probably sound dumb. But like someone getting something bad happening to someone because of the way they or their body reacted to like a shot. So I don't know. I guess some stuff like that might be circumstantial, but I don't know. It's just
It's
weird.
just like with anything though. Like your body's gonna react.
Yeah.
Different. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's gonna react a little differently. So there's gonna be risks involved regardless. So it's just kind of like, do the risks of the vaccine outweigh the risks of not getting the vaccine?
Yeah, I see that.
I would say as well. It was a good question asked specifically about schools, because it is another thing where like we're a free country, but there's a lot of high suggestions that you can't
Yeah.
really get around.
That's
A lot of high suggestions
that you can't.
that you don't
High
really
suggestions.
high
Yeah,
suggestions.
suggestions.
It's not really a
Um,
suggestion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it or you're not coming.
I will say I understand sometimes. You know how like when you like got a giant, like let's say you got a giant flock of sheep, you got a giant whatever, you got a bunch of something, right?
Right.
You start to generalize a lot. So for the greater good of everyone who goes to the school, yeah, vaccines are probably great. Individually, we don't really like. You notice how like it's not really. It's very like kind of just like a mask cover for it all. It doesn't really help with everyone's DNA specifically. It seems. I don't know a ton, but I would just say that like it's just a generalized solution for everybody. You just throw a band on it,
Yeah.
and then if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Right.
I would say that I feel like there was a way you used to be able to opt out of it. Like you'd have to
And
like
now there's just
watch
not at all.
videos. Yeah, you used to have to watch videos and be like, yes, their arm could fall off. I understand. Like,
Right.
yes, their eyes could pop out.
Yeah.
I understand. And then like you'd say they didn't have to, but now the fact that they're forcing them to is where the issue is more than what the problem is. I'd say
Yeah.
so.
That's my view. I'm with you on that. Not anti-vaccines, but like
Where's the
anti-choice, I
government
guess.
role of?
yeah, like
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
do we have to have them? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think I agree.
That's smart.
Okay. Want
Let's
the
move
last
on.
card?
Yeah.
All right, let's go for it. Man, we got some good discussion going
Yeah,
so far,
serious.
so. All right. Local bands' effect on community.
This is one that I wrote down.
Man, shout out to Carson wherever he is out here, man. You know, I really vibe with that one. So it really depends on what you're looking at, but it really depends where you want to go to. I feel like for everyone, it depends on where you want to go. I sometimes so I'm not trying to like guess you gotta be able to make eye contact. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you're good.
I sometimes have been told by a lot of bigger artists that you don't want to get too caught up in the local. You want to have the local support,
Right.
but sometimes you can drown yourself trying to be better than who's around you when you don't realize you're a different type of bird. Like you're a different.
Wow.
Bro.
You're
This guy.
you're different than them. Like
Yeah.
You're trying to get out of the pond you're in, but you're a different kind of
yeah,
fish.
yeah, man. Like you're hanging out with them, and they're like, well, none of them can jump, and I can fly, but they say that sucks. Like, man, you gotta go fly somewhere else.
Yeah.
You gotta go find it.
All right.
So that's kind of how I feel. Like sometimes you want to go to the local gigs, and people might laugh at you because like you're doing a local gig, and you like the crowd's not receptive. I had a thing at Riverfront actually, and it was the weirdest thing too because if I go out into the Midwest or something like that, everyone hypes everyone up.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone's like all about the music, you know what I'm saying? And they'll hype you up. Even if you suck, they'll tell you afterwards, but they'll hype you up just to see
Right.
what you got to offer.
And then the Salem Kaiser area, it's kind of
It's
like
just like, let's go, yeah. Like
Yeah,
they're
they're
going
not-
harder than paint right
Mhm.
there, and there's not a lot of support. So sometimes you have to find where you should be
right.
and reach out further, and then come back and support people
Okay.
who are down for you in your local scene. So I feel like it can help a lot because there's something about community, like
Yeah.
with the Blazers, everyone wants to rep that out in Oregon because we're out in Oregon.
Right.
So there's something about being big, being at your home.
Being a part of the collective area, I guess. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
you have support from your hometown. Someone made it big from where you are. It gives hope to whoever's out there, right?
Right.
But sometimes it's like crabs in a barrel. Everyone's got their own dreams. Your local artists, unless you know them, might not be the ones who are gonna help you out.
Right.
Because like you could even have friends like Kieran supported me for a while. Like there's a good handful of people who supported me for a while, but sometimes you can only talk to them so long. So
Right.
I'd say
Yeah.
your effect can be great. You could go out, and on a different note, you could go out and do charities. You can do events. You can help out any artist you're seeing, but sometimes it is hard in that pond. So
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
that answers anything correctly, I
sure.
don't know.
Yeah, I feel like because I'm in 2 bands locally, and a big inspiration for me as far as local band wise, like at the end of our intro music, the guy that says the Wildcard podcast is the singer from Wildire.
Okay.
And I had him send that voice memo to me over iPhone, but him and his band have completely like I don't know, just inspired me for music. Like I guess you consider it like experimental, like reggae rock type. They like their music is like none like any other, dude. Like I love their music. I don't know if you've listened to it yet, Kieran, but
I've listened to a little bit. You
I
showed me
love
from what you showed
Wildire's
me.
music. It's so different. It's so fresh to hear something like of all the styles that I like, literally just like thrown in a bin, and they just pull it all out and go all at once, and it's really nice. But they came to McNary when I was in high school, and they did a little workshop thing, and they helped out, and my band ended up winning like the little battle of the band things that we had
That's
at high
what's
school.
up, yeah.
So then we got to open for Wildire, and then this band of 3 girls, they're sisters, called Joseph. I don't know if you know them, but they're super huge now. Like they're on a world tour. They were on Jimmy Fallon and all this kind of stuff, and I got to meet them. And so we
That's what's
opened for
up.
Wildire, and then Wildire didn't technically open, but they played before Joseph. So Joseph
Okay.
was the headliner. We were the opener, and then Wildire was like the little middle part. But
That's what's up.
Nick Turner, the drummer, crazy good. Sold me his drum kit, gave me some lessons. Super talented. So it's really cool to see that these guys that are willing to put in all this, or like help all the people locally
Yeah.
that want the same thing that they want. And Wildire ended up just going to Nam, and performing at Nam.
That's crazy.
And they flew them out, paid for their flight, their hotel, their food, and they ended up playing at Nam, which is like one of the biggest music expos, and it's in California. It's like one of the biggest expos like ever, like in the world. And so they preview like brand new gear, like guitars, pedals, drum gear, just like all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they got to play on the stage in front of a bunch of people.
See, the one thing I'd say, I'll keep it super quick, but the passion behind you comes when you know something.
Yeah.
So when you're able to like know a band, see, you guys are insane.
That was
You guys
creepy,
are
yeah.
good. I can't tell which direction it's coming from. But when you know someone, like let's say I have just random a random hit that for some reason blows up, right?
Mhm.
Everyone I knew who I was just spamming with my mixtape and like, hey, you want to listen to this? Hey, I'm still doing music. Yeah, 4 years later, still doing music, right? They'll connect on such a deeper level because they'll see the struggle, and like you said, you saw this band go from where it went. I think I heard about Battle of the Bands too as well. I think Valor does something with them as well.
Yeah,
possibly.
it was the Experience Music Festival, and that's where
That's what's up. It's a
what they
small
came and
world.
did.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's a small world. But the thing is, I feel like even with them, I'm sure that they had to reach out to further connections to come back to be able to inspire you.
Right.
So I think that's a big thing as well. But
cool. It's cool because like I'm not a musician. I have the musical talent of a goldfish.
Oh man, there you go.
But like it's when I think about like the effect of local bands and community, I think about how people are just trying to be like you were talking about their outlets, and I think that's really cool to see people that I know trying to go outside of their comfort zone and express something that they've been wanting to express. And so even though I'm not a musician, people like you like when I started my blog, you were one of the people that inspired me because I was like, wow, Elijah's going for something that is no one's really expecting him to do. Like it's just kind of out of the blue, and you just wanted to something you wanted to do, and it was a passion. So I decided I enjoyed writing, so I wanted to start sharing my writing with people. And so I think even if it's not music, that you see local bands
they can inspire you in different ways.
To do things that are really cool, even if it's outside of
their realm of expertise.
My medium.
Music. Yeah.
And so
I feel like exactly what you're saying. When I saw that you were doing a podcast, I get so excited when I see people around me, like, because I feel like there's something you can relate on. The struggle, the starting out, the marketing, the building the fan base.
What you're doing.
What are you doing? Yeah. What do people like? Like, I feel like real attract real. If you are genuinely trying to put out something, I don't care what you do. As long as you're expressing yourself, doing something. Like, if you're doing something that you
what
love,
you're putting out, as long as you're putting out something that you're passionate about.
Yeah, like, put it out. If people rock with it, when people rock with it, you're going to be able to do it a lot longer if you enjoyed it before they did, right? Mm-hmm. So with that, when I saw that this, you had a podcast going on, I was like, that's dope. Like, people are out there doing stuff. Like, Salem, I swear, Kaiser's getting big. They got the In-N-Out out there now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to start to become, like, a little hub, for music especially. With
it's going to be a mini Portland.
Yeah. I feel like Salem for a while has wanted to be Portland, the weird, quirky place. But I give it a few years, and it's not going to be weird, but it's going to be better than Portland, I think, as far as like music scene and creativity, because I feel like Portland wants to be the creative, musical, artistic area.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Salem, Kaiser is that without having that keep Portland weird label.
It's not forced.
Yeah, it's like just the people here are so passionate about like their craft, whether it's podcasts or rapping or singing or writing blogs. It's like, and they're doing everything they can to go get it. So I feel like Salem has the drive and the talent, whereas Portland just like don't get me wrong, people came from Portland and have great stuff going on there, but it seems like Salem it just everyone just supports everybody and wants to do everything that they can for everyone to succeed in what they want to do, whether it's music or anything else.
It might even be on that note that I might be shooting a far-fetched thing out there, but I feel like it also has to do with the community a little bit. Because I feel like in Portland, you're just another fish in like a sea of like people coming in and out.
Yeah.
Seattle coming down, people coming in from all over. And Salem, like, you don't have the thing of like, keeping it weird. It's kind of just like
the people that are here, no
go
one
out and vibe. Actually make some art, make some content, put it out there, see what it does, and then everyone kind of knows everybody. They're like 6 degrees or something like that.
Yeah, serious.
For real.
6 degree separation.
Yeah. Don't even get started on that. So yeah.
Well, it's kind of weird because like there's that ugliness about being in a small town and being trapped in the same place you've been since you were a little kid. But then there's also like, it's kind of weird to say, but something like beautiful about it, like all the support that you get from.
You see people grow up and you see them blossom.
Yeah. Or you see them not, and then maybe at some point come back around. It's just like there's something cool about knowing everybody and then just seeing them from like point A being struggling, or point A being them just young, and point B being them getting their stuff figured out, or being older and just seeing how far they've come and what they've done with their lives, I guess.
Yeah, especially I'd say this is a weird thing too. A lot of the people around our ages, it's weird that the lives everyone chooses. Because I have some friends who got kids. I got some friends who are married now.
Yeah.
I got a couple of friends that are single, but you know, it's crazy to see where everyone is at. And so seeing someone that you were in high school with, or like even middle school. I didn't go to middle school out here, but people out in Vegas who are now married and got kids who are like as old as your little siblings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just cool to watch it happen, and so when you get to watch people grow, you're so much more attached to it. But
Yeah.
man, that's a good question. So.
Man, this was really fun.
Yeah,
this was really cool. I really enjoyed
Absolutely.
this.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show, dude. It was really fun.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me.
So shout out your social medias. Where can people find you? Where can people find your music?
All right. So I am on Apple Music, Spotify, all those platforms. Anywhere you think it would be on, it's going to be on there.
Sweet.
About 3 songs out there, and then everything across the board is Young Dalliance.
Young Dalliance.
Young
Spell
Dalliance.
Dalliance for the people.
Yeah.
Dallince. Sorry, I'm thinking in my head, but yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, sweet, man. Yeah, I'm going to pop on the video podcast if you guys are watching. At the end of this segment, after the outro music, I'm going to pop up some screen recordings of stuff of just his music and all that kind of stuff, so you guys can check it out and make sure you guys are looking at the right person, because he's coming up. You guys got to wait.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Really excited to have you.
Yeah.
I have to get you back on here.
Serious.
In a later episode. But it was really fun.
Yeah, I'd
Thanks
love
for
to be
coming
on here, yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We will catch you later. Roll the outro music, Riley. Boom.
The Wild Card Podcast.